Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about my weekly fragrance rotation, but before we get into that, hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment down below on what you wore this week. So on Wednesday I started off by wearing Voodoo by Jean Marc Parfums. This is still one of my favorite vetiver scents. It's also probably one of the best grapefruit fragrances that I own or that I've even smelled. So I've talked about this one a lot. Not going to talk about it again, but maybe one of these weeks I'm going to wear it every day just to see what happens. But that was what I wore on Wednesday. On Thursday, I tried out Fineapple by Gallagher Fragrances, and I did recently get a sample pack from them, and I've been checking out some of their fragrances, and I have to say, so far anyways, Fineapple is probably my favorite. I actually do think it's better, in my opinion, than Amongst Waves. I guess what Amongst Waves has going for it that Fineapple doesn't is that it's a little bit more unique. It does have a sort of unique melon note. On Friday, I got a sample decant of 40 Knots by Xerjoff, and I decided to try it out. And I have to say, as I think I said in a previous video, I was definitely not a fan of it, and I think the big thing is it's not what I was expecting. On the opening blast, I got a very strong burst of a rosy, kind of spicy, ambery fragrance, and that is, for the most part, what I got from it. And I have actually done a little looking up, and people compare it to Amber Nuit by Christian Dior, which is certainly not an aquatic fragrance. And I think I was really expecting that. I was hoping for something really marine, a nice niche, unique blue fragrance. Maybe something, not obviously exactly like a Rolfa, but something in that sort of vein, but with better performance, was really, really what I was hoping for, and that was absolutely not what I got. So, I don't know. Not a big fan of it, but I might try it again when the weather cools down a little bit, just to see what it's really like and to see if I enjoy it. I think it was very shocking, I guess, what I ended up getting, because I know what I was expecting, and then what I got, and they were completely different. But anyways, that is what I wore on Friday. On Saturday, I wore Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, and this is one I'm actually going to do a review on. A lot of people compare this to Sauvage, and I think it's probably closer to the EDP, because the pepper that's in it is not quite as zingy and zesty as the EDT. So I think it has that more rounded, mature, refined Sauvage DNA. Although it definitely has facets of it that sets it apart. And I think, in general, even to an untrained nose in the air, they definitely do smell different. Although not hugely different. They're very similar fragrances, and I do actually enjoy both of them. But I think I'm going to do a comparison video to really talk in depth about that. Sunday I wore Dior Homme Eau, and I have to say, very shocked with the performance of this one. The performance is really, really nice. I actually wore it to play kickball, and really this is not the ideal situation. This is definitely, upon smelling it and wearing it more, not really what it is definitely designed for. It has this very nice, smooth, sensual iris note that actually I think would be really nice in the office because it isn't too overpowering and very nice. I think it's a little bit lighter version of Dior Homme. And anyways, I was running around, crazy hot outside, sweating, all those kinds of things, and it really stuck to me and stuck on me for, about 8 hours, which in those kinds of situations, even a lot of fragrances that for me are designed, or at least what I would think are designed more for that kind of scenario, just don't really hold up. So I was really impressed with the performance of this one. Great performance. If you do like that Dior Homme DNA, you should check that one out. On Monday, I wore none other than Emperor EDP. This is a great fragrance if you love the older batches of Aventus, or if you really just want a consistent fragrance that smells the same, that smells like Aventus instead of having to deal with batch variations. Emperor EDP is a great option. This is one I've gotten a lot of compliments with, and it's one that I really enjoy. To me, it's more like a very balanced kind of Aventus. So you have, a nice balance between the fruitiness and the musk and the birch. And the birch is really very present for me, and I love that very realistic birch smell in that one. So that is what I wore on Monday. And on Tuesday, to wrap it all up, I wore Dior Homme Sport. This is probably what I should have worn on Sunday, but I did wear it on Tuesday instead. And I actually do really like this one. It does sort of have that Dior Homme vibe, but it's not really irisy, and it has a lot more of a citrusy feel to it, and it gives me a little bit of a lemonade vibe that people have talked about with like Dior Homme cologne. Anyways, I do enjoy that one. Not the best performance, I will say that. I did only get about 5 or 6 hours in that one, but I am going to test that out a little bit more because I do like the fragrance and see what the performance is like and really do a more full review on it. But it is definitely one that smells nice and definitely one that wears nicely in the summer. Anyways, guys, that is what I wore this week. What did you wear? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.